With me, guys. Today I'm gonna talk to you about the difference between the various rollerblade models. All the models that you see here are between 80mm wheels to 90mm wheels. This size of wheels is recommended for city or fitness skate, and I'll explain you the differences between the few models. First of all, those are the lady collars, and this is the men collars. Companies might advertise that there's great differences between men or women, but to be honest, there's no difference, in my opinion. Except the collar, of course. So I'll start with the most basic model for this year. So this is the basic women rollerblade Spark 80 comp. It has a plastic frame, has 80mm wheels, SG5 bearings, has a nice, soft, comfortable boot, very pretty. So this is the entry-level skate. If you're just looking to have a pair of skates that you're going to go with your partner and just try it a couple times, it's a great skate, really cheap, only 130 bucks. One thing that if you know you're going to be using them quite often, if you look at the wheel, there's very little urethane on the wheel. So if you a little bit heavier, over 120, 140 pounds, you would find that the wheels would wear out really quickly and you'll be back to spend more money on wheels. But besides this, it's a great skate. Moving up to this is a Spark 84, so the exact same skeleton, the same boot, slightly different colors, but here we have a metal frame. This metal frame will give you much better energy transfer in comparison to a plastic frame. So when you push off, it's going to be a much more direct energy transfer. The wheels, there's a little bit more urethane. They're also 84mm wheels, and they have SG7 bearings, slightly better bearings. So it's a better skate because it has a much stronger frame, and the wheels and the bearings are better, would last you a bit longer. And it's for only $50 more. Moving up from there, this is a different skeleton. It's called Activa. The Activa in the guy versions would be the same as the Crossfire or the new Igniter skates. They have the same skeleton, so the same plastic shell. This plastic shell is a lot more rigid in comparison to the Spark, the entry-level models. And they have better components, so the buckles are a lot better versus the buckles here and just the plastic. This you can adjust on the go and release on the go instead of stopping and adjusting it. Also, I really like that reinforcement around your foot, so you can lace them up and it gives you a lot more support. They feel a lot more rigid. They also have a shock absorber and better ventilation. In terms of the frame, wheel, and bearing, it's exactly the same as this skate, as the Spark 84. Moving up from there, one other difference, the liner here is a lot better. So it's much denser foam compared to the Spark models. It's hard to tell, but it's really something you gotta feel with your hands. So this would last you longer, it will be a little more comfortable, and yeah, again, from 180 to 220, it's well worth the money if you're going to use it often. Moving up from there, it's the same skate with bigger wheels. And then we have the Igniter. It's pretty much the same skate, slight differences. They have slightly better quality wheels. The white urethane is the high performance urethane, so they would last a lot longer than the clear urethane. And then moving up from there, this is a Tempest model. So this model, if you look at the cuff is a lot lower. The heel is a little tighter and a lot stiffer compared to something on this skate. So when you're skating and you're pushing off your heel, you're going to have much better energy transfer with a skate like this. And if we look in comparison, you see how the cuff is a lot lower on those models. And this is really to help you. It gives a lot more flexibility to your ankles. You have to be a pretty experienced skater, but what it allows you, you can bend a lot further, so it's more of a racing position. it's less restricting, so you can bend lower, and when you push off, like you can have a much longer stride because the cuff is not going to dig into your foot. So it's a really, really light skate, really minimal, but you have to be a pretty experienced skater to use something like that. And then we have all the same stuff in the men models. And Rollerblade has bigger skates with, that I can quickly show you here. Those would be really like speed and distance skates with bigger wheels, 100 and above. They go up to 110. If you want a little more support, you can stick with those models which have the higher cuff, and that's basically the Activa or the Crossfire with bigger frames. And then those models are the same as the Tempest model with the lower cuff, just bigger wheels. And that's about it for rollerblade skates. What else I can tell you? And there's some rollerblade adjustable skates in different sizes, but we'll keep that for a different episode. And those have lights in them. You see? Dang.
Damn. They're impressive.
Yeah. And that's it for today. Rollerblade skates.